Oh, it's working. Holy cow, it's working. Hey everyone, how's it going? Um, I wonder if there's a way. Tara, do me a favor. Try and join again. I want to make sure people can't, like, double up in joining. How's it going? We won't call this the official start of this series quite yet. And it's probably going to be a shorter stream, but I got shit working, which is kind of crazy. All right, so it gave you the big old no, and then I could either go in order of how people jumped in, or and can I make this smaller so I can see both? Yes, I can. Because this absolutely does not need to be a full 32-inch TV size for Streamlabs chat box. So this game will end up being whoever is in chat and maybe guests playing as WCW, and I'll be playing as the WWF. So I will be the lovely Vince McMahon. And I guess chat would be Billionaire Ted DB. No. Oh, he must be a user then? Yeah. And we would both be owners so as not to have to deal with owner goals and so on and so forth. Alright, so I picked 1995. Let's just look at what storylines we got. Make a Difference Fatu is there. Bret Hart, Jerry Lawler, and Isaac Yankem. Jean-Pierre Lafitte versus Bret Hart. Okay. Never heard of that. And Psycho Sid and Shawn Michaels. Ahmed, Aldo, Alundra, Bam Bam. Oh, I don't think you have Nitro. It might be better if we pick 97. Oh, you got Nitro. See, you're fine. You worry for no reason. Also, you have 3 shows. I have 2. I believe I'm going to get rid of one of the WCW shows. Yeah, they definitely do not need 2 B shows. So I'll probably get rid of main event. So I'll go into the editor. Actually, I wouldn't want to get rid of the main event stuff. I would want to get rid of the TV contracts. Now to remember how to do that. So main event, Nitro is on TNT. It's there. It's a thing. Hey Raven, what's going on? We got the queue lined up so that we could do Alright, so if I delete those, it should mean that it's dormant now. It should be fine. I wouldn't know unless I started another test. Nitro didn't debut until September 95. When does the game start? Oh, there's a lot of stuff in this mod. All right, we got Vince. We got Ted. Vince is our owner. I guess Bischoff is the owner of WCW in this, but whatever. So we start in week 1, September. So we're good there. Yeah, I think it would still be the Clashes. Shawn, Brett, Razor, Taker, Diesel, Goldust, Hakushi, and Radford? Alright, Radford. Got our hot prospects here. We have Diesel as a figurehead. I guess he's doing all right. If we build Brett up, he could be one. All right, let's take a look at WCW. Who should have a show? Yeah, they have a show tonight. So we'll be able to practice the running of a show. So if you would like to jump into the queue, just type !join in the chat, and you will be entered in to book in Nitro. Let's see what they start off with for storylines here. The Stud Stable versus Harlem Heat. Hogan versus the Dungeon of Doom. Oh boy. Road Warrior Hawk versus Kurosawa. And of course, Sting versus Ric Flair. Let's look here. Flair, Hogan, Savage, Sting, Luger, Regal, Eddie, Terry Richards. Really? I didn't know he was in, I guess. I never know he worked for WCW. Disco and Marcus. I'll just do this in order to not penalize the chat. I don't think money's going to be an issue at all. Yeah, Terror. I didn't know Rhino worked there. And I had that moment of being like, am I just misremembering Rhino's old name? But no. No, I wasn't. 59 workers. Oy vey. I might need to implement a rule about how many people can be on a roster. Because that's a lot of people. It might be like 20 over your max. So that would be 52. So you need to get rid of 7. And I would probably need to get rid of people as well. But I'm not worrying about that now. Just feel like that's a lot of people. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Again, if you would like to book Monday Nitro, go ahead and type !join in the chat. We're going to pick in order here. And let's see if it actually shows up. Oh, of course, Terror King. So go ahead and give me what you would like to book in the chat, and I will make it happen. Also, I'm in the chat. I'm sneaking in here. I'm gonna sabotage everything. Just looking at who we got here, so you can decide where you would like to go for the start of Nitro. And again, very low pressure, as this is not actually something that is going to stick. We're going to start a new save eventually. I am just testing the system to see if it works. So Sting versus Flair in the main event. Alright. Is that an angle announcing that or the match? Just making sure. Pretty sure you want the match. I'll give you both. Not a problem. Sting, Flair. I'll need to know who wins, how long, and notes. So I'll put that in chat. I should probably have this copy and pasted so I can just be like, boop, right in there. But, you know, I'm learning. This is how it goes. While we are waiting, let's pop an angle in there to start us off. Tonight, Flair versus Sting. Greatest night in the history of our sport. Gotcha. Tony Schiavone announces Ric Flair versus Sting. And I'm pretty sure they can call it in the ring. I'm just kind of predicting what Terror is going to say here. A slow build. The only thing I don't know is who Terror would like to win. And our next person will be... Raven of the Black. U.S. title on the line. And Sting wins by DQ. Sting is the U.S. champion. Hogan's a world champ. Buck and Dick Slater are the tag champs. And the Renegade is the television champ. All right, if you need any changes to be made, let me know. But now we are on Raven. Go ahead and give me what you got. And if I do not get any new submissions, we would go back to the top of the order, and Terror King would get to book something else. Also, this show is only 60 minutes, so holy cow. We have a worker for every minute. One worker for every single minute. Yeah. Here you go. Oh, hi, Sabu. Fancy seeing you here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bump that to 2 hours for the official. Pillman versus Johnny B. Bad. I know absolutely nothing about 1995 WCW, so seeing these names in there is crazy. All right. Length. Who wins? Notes. And next up would be Terror King again. If you are watching, even if you're, a lurker, if you're not someone who generally posts in chat, but you want to get something in on the show, go ahead and type !join into the chat. And you too will be able to book on this 60-minute Nitro as we test the system. I'll do 10 minutes. Pillman wins decisive victory. Got it. I honestly don't know much about wrestling in 1995. That's more Swarley's thing than my thing. I didn't start watching wrestling until the mid-2000s. So, 19 more minutes. Terror King. You're up. So as a reminder, this is going to be something that we're going to do every Thursday night going forward. So if it's Thursday, it's 9:30, you want to come hang out, get yourself a little bit of booking in there, help determine the fate and direction of WCW. Basically a Twitch plays TEW. I feel bad for making that. Didn't mean to drink into the mic there. Apologies. Gonna bring up the chat, or not the chat, the roster. But as we wait, I might actually go ahead and book something as well, just to get it out there. Oh, Hogan getting attacked by Quake. Is a beatdown backstage. 3 minutes. 3 minutes and we're out of here. Quake no está. Does he go by another name? That name being Earthquake, and I'm an idiot. No, Earthquake isn't here either. Does he go by his by a different name? Because I thought Natural Disasters was a WWF thing, but I might be wrong. I have no Avalanche. I have no the Shark. Got it. Hogan, 3 minutes. Boom. We'll politely place that here. The Shark Kendrick. Which means we are back to Raven. With 16 minutes left and a lot more angles needed. You're at 82% matches. And we need 60% matches. So you're far over. Again, here's your list. Shark, Avalanche, Earthquake. Was he Shockmaster or was the other one Shockmaster? If I was smart, which I... Oh, Flair and Sting is storytelling. Gotcha, buddy. Here you go. Here you go. The other one. The other one is Shockmaster. So if I was intelligent, I would have 2 things set up for next Disco Inferno challenges Dave Sullivan to a dance-off. Is it just the challenge? Or is there actually a dance-off? Okay, so the dance-off does happen. Who wins? This is very important. Dave wins. Just go. Oh, I can't fit. I can't. Okay. Oh, Dave Sullivan wants to do a dance-off without a script. Who am I to tell you, Dave Sullivan, that you cannot do a dance-off without a script? You go out there and you have your unscripted dance-off. Was Dave the booker or Kevin? I thought, yeah, I thought Papa Sullivan was. Ugh, I don't know. Terror's up. And the only reason I know that is because I saw it on the screen when I was selecting WCW. 11 minutes left. This is probably going to be the last Terror segment of the night. Terror segment. That's amazing. It's like a small bit of horror. We have Luger. We have Luger. Are you going to have Luger debut in the Mall of America? I forget. There's a delay. Yes. All right, so I was saying the two things I would have for next week would be, and hopefully I actually remember to do this, the on deck, so that I'm calling people a turn ahead so that they know and can plan like what they're going to do. And the other thing would be an Excel sheet, like a Google Doc that you can go to. I think I'm taking that idea. Oh my goodness. I am a terrible fucking person because now I forgot the name. Hold on. I can get it. I think it was yeah, Lidl's. For fuck's sake, Nick. Come on. So Lidl's did something like that when he did his chat plays. I don't know if he did it similar to this or not. I think he did. They were all booking the same company, but he had an Excel sheet, I think. And that was a good idea. So I should probably do that. Should probably steal that wholesale from him. Also, Lidl's streams TW, if you would like to follow that. Okay. Lex Luger debuts. In a 6-minute heel Luger debuts menacing Hogan. Let's make sure our Lex Luger is a heel. He is not. Oh, and he's already debuted. That stinks. Boo. That's alright. We don't need him to actually be a heel in the game for this to work. I've done this before where I just ignore their in-game disposition. Dan Barry. Also, real question. Has Dan Barry ever wrestled in Danbury? Because that would be... I feel like that would be the peak of puns right there. And that means Raven is up for our final segment of the night. 5 minutes left to book and 15 minutes to play with. Giant needs a squash. I get you a squash. Giant is currently working as a heel. So your lower card faces Mags, JL, Armstrong, Horner. I think we would be good with a squash match. Bob Starr, Canyon, Chuck Williams, Mark Starr, Julio Sanchez. Shushin Liger, apparently. I know he was in there for a while. Armstrong. Got it. Done and done. I'm going to assume domination and mark that off. If you don't want domination, let me know, and I will go back and change it. Nope, not match heavy, so we are good. Everything is set. Add Luger to this, but not aligned with anyone. All set. All right, let's see how chat did with their show. We start with Tony Schiavone on welcoming everyone to a Monday Nitro debut episode here in the Mall of America in the Fleet Bank Center in Florida. Tonight we're going to have a huge main event, the biggest main event in the history of our sport, where Ric Flair and Sting will once again go one-on-one. And that gets us a 74 B-. Real good to start. Disco Inferno comes out and challenges Dave Sullivan to a dance-off. Some fantastic dancing action occurs. But Dave Sullivan is able to improv dance his way to victory, angering Disco, leading to an attack and a 57 rated angle. And come back from commercial with Scott Armstrong already in the ring. Out comes the big menacing Giant. And Giant toys with Scott, tosses him around the ring, eventually hits the big boot and mercifully puts this one away at a 56. Hey, there we go. And we have Brian Pillman and Johnny B. Bad here. 7 minutes, 38 seconds. Brian Pillman gets the clean victory over Johnny B. Bad with an air Pillman, netting us the second 72 of the night. Then we get a 76 as Hulk Hogan is backstage. He begins talking about how historic this night truly is here with Nitro debuting, and then the Shark attacks him, smelling blood in the water and beating down the red, white, and blue of Hulk Hogan. Then in our main event, Sting and Ric Flair go 20 minutes, only for Ric Flair to be disqualified when Arn Anderson runs in and attacks Sting. Sting making defense number 4 of his WCW United States Championship title. And Ric Flair getting an in-ring performance of a 90. But the match only getting a 79. I think they were holding back a little bit for TV, but a 79 is real good. And then to wrap off this Monday Nitro, Hulk Hogan comes out to deliver an address to all the WCW stars. But out comes a debuting Lex Luger, who just menaces, doesn't say anything, stares down Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan is the one to back down from the imposing presence of Lex Luger, who stands tall in the ring to end the show. 79 lost its popularity probably in the Southeast region, but everywhere else did a solid. And that's a good start for Monday Nitro. That worked well, I think. I think that went well. Even with just 2. And I know last night we had about 4 people hanging out. So hopefully as I build this up, more and more people will come in. And we'll get a more and more varied Nitro. I feel like we definitely need 2 hours right off the bat for Nitro. All right, Jarrett and Mantell are both getting calls. I don't know if Jarrett had issues at this point. I don't think he did. Simmering tension. So yeah, he'll be leaving then. You guys can pick up Jarrett. Who does Vince have simmering tension with? Jarrett hates Bad News Allen. Hates Nails, of course. Simmering with Hogan. Hates Savage. Simmering with Luger. Dislikes Conan. Simmering with Piper. Hates Bruno. Dislikes Haynes and Sammartino and Billy Graham, and simmering with the Steiners, and strong dislike of Jesse Ventura. My goodness. My absolute goodness. I'm playing as this guy too. So, like, I can't sign the Steiners. Absolutely not. Can't sign Ventura, Savage, Hogan. Can't bring in Jarrett, Raven. Vince, you bitter, bitter man. Let it go. We'll get you into some meditative yoga. And just, breathe in the bad feelings. Breathe out. No, breathe in the good feelings. Breathe out the hatred. Breathe in the bad feelings. Just get yourself more and more angry. What's our backstage like? Oh, 100%. We got some decents there. Frozen is in another 20 years. Tara, you don't need to do much to make me feel old, man. I think it was like, kids today are as close to The Offspring as I was to disco when I was a kid. And I was just like, oh God. Oh, this made me feel bad. I guess I'll book a Raw just to test that as well. So you wanted to go after Jeff Jarrett, even though this save is not the save that's going to be used. Got a 5 on the TV rating. Not bad. First Nitro was Goldberg winning the title from Hogan. The only memory I had of WCW as a kid was in 5th grade. One of my friends bought this magazine, and I recognize him now as Ric Flair, but I didn't know who he was at the time. And it was just an old man bleeding on the cover. And I was like, what? Why does anyone like this? Like, that is just a dead old man. Why are you watching this stuff? Tahitian Warrior and Hunter Hearst Helmsley? Oh. The clique grows. And Bob Backlund has taken Aldo Montoya on as a protege. Yeah, Raven, it's stuff like that that's like, oh, goodness me. Oh, that hurts. Because I remember being a kid and being like, the Beatles seemed like 100 years ago. And that must be how kids feel about, like, the stuff that I listened to in the 90s. Like, kids today must think DMX was, like, so old. I wanted to see Tahitian Warrior. Is that someone I know? No. He is just now someone who is friends with Triple H. So if Triple H gets the company again... Oh, and he's already friends with all the people here. So... Alright. Booking Raw is going to be such a cluster for me because I don't know anything about anything that Raw is supposed to be. So Hart comes out and says he will beat Lawler's friend in main event. And his friend is Jeff Jarrett. Oh, King Mabel just happened, didn't it? Right? Sure did. Yeah, terror, stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan of. But what can you do? Let's give Aldo a match. King Mabel gets the win. And Diesel is a face right now. I believe he's feuding Shawn, or should be. No, he's not feuding anyone. Also, I'm just ending this storyline. Alright, who's Diesel feuding? Let's figure something out here. Oh, Bam Bam. Oh, Diesel could feud Owen, but he's a tag champ. Owen Hart is tag champs with Yokozuna. What a Weird, weird world. Mabel is going for Diesel. Diesel accepts. Then we get Owen Hart and Yokozuna. Of course. Versus D'Lo and Doink. Then we have Shawn Michaels cut a promo, and Psycho Sid comes out and attacks him. Revenge or something. Generic spooky Taker promo. Down with the clown. God damn it, that's perfect. I am just mad that I will never be that funny. Oh, hi, Ahmed Johnson. Welcome to being booked. You're going to be facing Bob Backlund, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and the British Bulldog in a throwaway match. And I should probably give Bulldog a win here. And in our main event, step up to Punchy. Ahmed Johnson also holds a special place in this channel thanks to Brian from IRM, who booked him in, I believe it was 4 continuous squash matches when he guest booked on here. And that's still legitimately one of my favorite moments on the channel. Very decisive win. Do the story tale. Do the slow build. And then afterwards, Lawler attacks Brett and they brawl. All right, let's see if I do better than what you guys did. Brett starting off the show hot with a 1-minute quick angle, 77. This gets a surprising 55. King Mabel, Sermo. Mabel wants Diesel, gets a 78. This gets a 67. The Jobbers obviously tore this down, but that tag team rules. And I need to figure out the story behind it. I'm going to need to do a lot of research. This happened. It's 76. Generic Spooky. Only a 76 for Taker. Wow, this gets a 73. Razor getting an 82. Bulldog 77. 81 there for Bret Hart. And an 81 for the Brawl. Oh, but only a 70. Ooh, not enough interesting storylines. I forgot I didn't turn that off, so I should actually book for it. Good thing we're not keeping this one. Ted and Sid are the crazy bucks. How cheap would it be for me to have Ted DiBiase take on Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy and call them the Young Bucks? Huh? I think it's a great idea. Also, Raven, yeah, it was consecutive on the same card. Like, just 2-minute match. It was an Ahmed Johnson open challenge where someone came out and Ahmed killed him. And Ahmed was like, nah. I need another one. And they came out and Ahmed killed him. And then Ahmed was like, bring me 2 more. And 2 more people came out and Ahmed killed him. And then I think there was a final one who Ahmed lost to because he had wrestled 4 matches in a row. But I would need to go back and watch it. Oh boy, here we go. Steroid user. You should probably find him. Oh, geez, running WWF is going to be real hard. All right. So I think that's going to be it. I'm super glad to know that the queue system works. Let's see if there is anyone else on so that I can toss you over there. DE has some people watching one of his things. Yeah, he basically did a gauntlet, but we definitely did not start it off thinking like it definitely was like, we'll do an Ahmed Johnson squash match. Why don't we do another Ahmed Johnson squash match? All right, I don't see anyone on, and DE's doing... Oh, I see someone. We're going to toss it over to Hogan v. Flair. So, thanks for watching, everyone. We're going to do a little raid here. But go on, have a good one.